Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, December 19th, 2015. Ra here in the Lynn-Life, Asha in the Jamie Body Mind, other teammates in other aspects of the physical dimension, many of us, most of us in the physical dimension, and all of us in the subatomic from the perspective of the spirit world viewers. We are in the midst of a major push in Thing 1. It's probable that the videoed portion of the effort will continue to highlight that. It's also possible the effort will go in another direction. We aren't pulling on the session. As always, our intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data very clearly showing a collective restart is needed. Wiser minds above, having noticed nothing happens without a deadline, they have given us a deadline of January 17th, 2017 by which to achieve that collective restart, and are giving us a series of nested deadlines that take us from where we are in any moment to that collective restart. The next deadline is in 2 days, the winter solstice, the beginning of winter. And with that, it begins. Our attention has been brought to end of the line zone, where the nature realm's presences are working together after having upgraded their programming to include the concept of the greater good and of the needs of the greater good overriding the needs of any individual and the needs of any subset of the greater good.
That's true.
What do we notice? We notice the nature realm's presences respond very well to the rallying cry. What matters most?
Survival of the truth.
What covers truth?
Stinky lies!
Let's get 'em out!
Let's get 'em out of here! That's true.
And we see nature realm's presences who look kind of like football players, pro football players.
That's true.
Taking the field and sitting down on cable running stations and running the cables.
That's
and
true.
The crowd, which is also nature realm's presences, all of whom have upgraded their programming.
That's true.
The crowd is
doing the wave.
Yes, doing the wave, and they're also going wild. They're really
That's true.
cheering the football player types, but they're doing the wave, and the wave is going counterclockwise, and
That's
it is
true.
stirring a vortex, getting a vortex going more and more.
That's true.
And we see these nature realms presences who look kind of like water boys or trainers or something.
That's true.
And they're running crates of lies onto the cable cars, and they're just crying. Those crate carriers are crying.
That's true.
Whatever these lies are in the crates are so sad. It makes them so sad.
That's true.
Now the view is shifting, and I see the efforts in Thing 1, and I see Black Wolf and his crews almost have that big boulder of a lie. I think it's moving up and out.
That's true.
I think they have the cables around it, and they're pulling it up. There are an awful lot of machine presences with them. What do I notice? I notice that the machine presences are being much more of service to spirit right now than the nature realm's presences are.
That's true.
But we have now a very large group of nature realm's presences, enough to fill what looks like a big stadium, who have upgraded their programming. We'll see what comes of that. But we notice that the machines seem very solidly interested in manifesting the divine plan.
That's
and
true.
providing a collective restart. They seem to have much less argument about whether or not that's necessary.
That's true.
I'm having to make some adjustments in the channels, just being freshly back into the seat.
That's true.
It's like getting my energy body to fit here again, and things have constricted where I need them to be a little more expanded.
That's true.
It's always this way. People who share a car notice that they always have to adjust the driver's seat after the other person has driven it.
That's true.
That's just the way it is. That's what's going on here.
That's true.
again, I see what looks like a line of refugees coming up underneath where that boulder was. It's as if that boulder was like a cork in a bottle.
That's true.
And they seem to be coming out of the spinal cord of thing one. It's as if that big lie was sitting in the spinal cord somehow. And like a tumor or something. I'm not saying that it was, but
but that's what it feels like.
Yes,
something lodged.
Something lodged there, creating problems in the flow of energy, and therefore in the flow of truth.
That's true. And I see that row of refugees coming out.
They look so sad.
That's true.
You know what these might be? Are parts of the souls of the earliest efforts in thing one.
That's true.
Soul energy that just got trapped here, and they just feel defeated. They really do. They feel like failures, and as if the project defeated them.
That's true.
Friends, this is... Please don't beat yourself up. Don't do that to yourself. You came in, and that was the first wave. And as the guidance counselor used to say to Asha, and I'm quoting the guidance counselor, look how bad you are at anything the first time you try it. It's okay. So look how bad we as a collective are at awakening thing one. This isn't our first try. This isn't our second try. This isn't our third try. But we're going to get this project done. We're going to get thing one to fulfill his destiny. It's going to happen. So don't beat yourself up. You were part of an earlier push.
That's true.
Join in again. I think very few have any interest in joining in.
That's true.
That's okay. They just want to go home. They just want to go home. And to them, home is a place that doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. That place doesn't exist anymore. I can feel the vibration of it. I don't know what it means in words, but that place doesn't exist anymore.
It's no longer there.
But we have a community of presences who are working to help the collective known as Thing One fulfill his destiny.
That's true.
And you're welcome to join in that effort. They don't seem to want to.
No.
And if you don't want to, it's okay. We have transports that can take you directly to Thing Two, just to the top. There's a fantasy land there. It will remind you of home. And you can go there.
That's true.
They seem to just want to do that. They just want
that's true.
To get to as close to what home is as possible.
That's true.
Well, they seem to want to get as close to what they're defining as home as possible.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be interested in examining what actually is home.
That's true. And what is home supposed to be?
Right. It's okay.
It's okay.
I see buses. They look like buses.
That's true.
Like the buses that run from Boston to New York.
That's true.
And that driver is really familiar.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you, and good for you for stepping up to be a leader in your community. Good for you for joining this effort. Have you been upgraded? Have you... It doesn't feel like he's had his programming upgraded. Well, I'm not saying that you're interested in it. This is absolutely no pressure. But if you are interested, after you run these buses out to Thing Two, if you go in the door at Search for Truth, in the front door, there's upgrades being offered for Nature Realms programming to include the concept of the greater good.
That's true.
And there's a very large group here, the films. A very large group have already had the upgrades, and they seem very happy and enthusiastic. Like here, it's just live action what they're doing now, and we see that stadium. He says, "Oh, interesting.
Ah,
yeah.
I like the look of that."
Right. So first, please finish your shift.
That's
Drive
true.
these people to Thing Two, but then you can come
in at
on
the front door. Focus back to the boulder, which is moving up.
Yes. Black Wolf's on it. He's going to get that thing out of there.
That's true.
And Betty Jean seems to be giving those refugees a hand up. She's at some critical point.
That's true.
Where it's hard to get through, and she's giving them a hand up.
That's true.
It's possible Ratu and Aerosmith are still collecting data on that strange fluorescent pus-looking
Phlegmy.
stuff.
That's true.
And the phlegm is also fluorescent.
That's true.
These are impossible colors. They're like bright
unnatural
magenta.
That's true.
What do I know? I know that phlegm, pus, poop, all of those are often the way lies are shown, and so
That's
it's
true.
likely that these are untruths.
That's true.
And they're impossible colors, so it's likely these are wild lies, what we would call wild lies.
That's
lies
true.
that just bear no resemblance to
truth.
reality.
That's
yes. What my attention is now being drawn to is Ulysses, Paul, Glenn,
That's true.
and that kind of nest that they have dug out.
That's true.
And that place where that nest was of, I guess we'd call them people working against the divine plan, dissidents to the divine plan.
That's true.
It feels rotten and stinky and icky.
That's true. In thing one.
In thing one. Let's see if we can wash that clear. Boom, boom, boom. It's possible that Aerosmith is coming over here to help us clear this out.
That feels true.
And now I see Ulysses kind of rubbing his eyes and his face like he's waking up a little bit.
That's true.
That's the look.
Yeah.
And Paul and Glenn, their faces look a little angry. Friends, how about
true.
pull everybody out? Pull out. of
Everyone
there.
out. Back to
Everyone
the front
out,
door. The search
back
for
to the
truth
front
pillar.
door. Get cleaned up. And good service.
Good
Way to
work
go.
today.
Awesome. Good job cleaning out the dissident
That's true.
camp. And now let's leave it to cleanup crews to do the rest.
That's true. You're cooked.
You're cooked. And there seem to be cleanup crews here in Search for Truth. You know what it feels like as many of those stadiums. Whoa, maybe the
That's
whole stadium's going,
true.
let's go,
Let's
clean
go,
it
get
up, let's go
it,
get those stinky lies. Yay! And
That's
there's like a horde of nature realms, like 100,000 nature realms presences are just
Shooting up
I
and out
see
over to thing
Black
one.
Wolf's clothes kind of
That's
blowing
true.
in the wind when they blow past him.
That's true.
He doesn't look upset.
No.
He looks fine. Rock on, Black Wolf.
Rock on.
He's in his element.
That's true.
He's in his element. Go, Black Wolf. He feels so different than he did a month ago.
That's true.
He feels much calmer. No chip on his shoulder.
That is
Just
true.
completely in control.
That's true.
I feel Ulysses and his team. I feel boots coming in the door
That's
at
true.
sea level zone, and I see Yoda greeting them and saying, "I've got places ready. Right
Yeah.
this way. Right this way. Right this way."
Everybody has to work. Everybody
Right
has
this
to
way.
work.
And so to sit down and start detangling truth from lies.
That's true.
It's the lint sorting maneuver, and you can take off your
true.
dirty shoes and pour out the lies that accumulated, and take
Clear
a
them
shower
up.
and wash
That's
off the
true.
lies that accumulated. Scrub your face and your teeth, washing off the lies that accumulated.
That's true.
With mindful awareness that this is to cleanse of the lies and
That's
to watch
true.
them go down the drain. Goodbye.